Tracing a brief history of figure drawing will allow us to put our practice into context. The earliest known drawings were found on the walls of caves in France and Spain dating 15,000 years ago. Early drawings were scratched, carved, or painted on surfaces using primitive tools. In France, the earliest drawing of a man is a prone stick-like figure in the caves at Lascaux. On the other side of the world, human forms first appeared in the Kimberley region of Western Australia as Aboriginal stick figures up to 6 feet high. They survive today due to the fact that they were etched into rock. Ancient Egyptians decorated the walls of their temples and tombs with humans enacting scenes of daily life. These drawings had a flat, linear style. Ancient Greeks decorated pottery vases, showing the Greeks' ability to draw graceful figures and decorative lines. Let's fast forward to the early Renaissance, where figure drawing was really born. Artists went to great lengths to study human anatomy. The dramatic early 16th century engravings of Andreas Vesalius showed this infatuation with the human form. These images have served as references for artists for centuries. During the Renaissance, art students were required to first train intensively in figure drawing before going on to painting, sculpture, or architecture. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo carefully studied the anatomical structure of the human body for the first time and began to draw from nude models. Paper had become easier to obtain, whereas previously drawings were done on animal hide or vellum. Drawing came to be considered as the foundation for work in all the arts, and the renderings of the human figure became increasingly realistic. The artist often made very detailed drawings before beginning to paint. Although Renaissance artists continued to use pen and ink for drawing, they turned increasingly to softer materials such as black and red chalks and charcoal to make larger drawings and to achieve greater effects. Shading was introduced to suggest three-dimensionality and textures. And it wasn't until the early 1800s that pencils were first manufactured and became the preferred drawing tool of many artists. Renaissance artists tried to master the depiction of the body as a functional system of motion and emotion. If bodies were not available, artists would work from picture reference books or écorchés, which are figures drawn, painted, or sculpted, showing the muscles of the body without the skin. The most famous écorché of Standing Man by Houdon is a legacy of 19th century art academies. As you practice drawing the figure, it's natural to become increasingly curious about how artists from the past pursued life drawing. The more you look at drawings, the more you will start to build your own artistic family tree. You'll notice who inspires you, and you may want to try drawing in their style or using the materials they used. This is excellent training, and each time you try it, your drawing skills will strengthen and expand. Keep a scrapbook of images or an image library. Label the artists and perhaps why you chose them. Over a short period of time, you will have a terrific reference to work from.